We are entering engineering to see what is going on in here. It appears that there is a project in the works. What is happening here?
I'm building a wall unit for all of the tablets. When I go into the computer lab, I'm gonna drop a tablet in there like this. It'll go into the cradle, and I'll be able to do as many, well, in this case, 4 tablets, 10 inches in length. So what I want to do is make a be able to screw this into the unit, which is going to be 3.5 inches tall. So it's going to be around here, and that way I can mount this on the wall without having to screw each one individually. Should I want to change this, I won't be making a lot of holes on the wall. It's going to be only maybe 6 holes. 2 here, 2 in the middle, 2 at the end.
Now these are the brackets we got off of Thingiverse, right?
Yes, the Thingiverse, and let's see if we have.
Well, we can put the link in our
you'll catch it in Twitter.
And and then we can put it on the description too.
Yeah, in the Twitter feed. So now, what I want to do is I'm going to make this 3.5 inches in width. So I'm, regardless of how long this, I'm calculating somewhere around every 10 inches. I want to start somewhere 1 inch spaced at 1 inch. So if I space this at 1 inch, the first bracket is going to sit here. Right over here. So from here, from this corner here to this corner here, there should be 10 inches or so. We just want the tablet to sit in there comfortably. So
should you not do it tablet by tablet in case there's minor differences?
I intend to do such a thing.
Okay, cool. So you're just giving an approximate value, just like...
Yeah, I just need to work with this. So now I'm going to so this here is 10 inches here. Today is one of those days where my arthritis are starting to flare up.
Because we're old fogies.
Yeah. Well, this is 1 inch.
Yeah, so you made to take that 11.
Yeah, but nah. I'm just gonna calibrate it from here.
Okay.
From there. So now I have right there. So let's see. This is the other one. Now this is just a virtual. Let's say that it would be there. So now the distance between one bracket and the next one is going to be like this.
So you're going to have them right up on each other?
Yeah. So I'm going to start from here. Another
10 inches.
Another measure. So. And this dictates just how wide this is going to be.
Ah.
Because
so are all your tablets effectively 10 inches?
Well, I have 4 there are.
Okay. That's plenty.
I have a Samsung, um, an iPad,
Mhm.
the Surface,
Mhm.
and the Asus. So
Okay.
that makes it 4. Now, in addition to the 4, I have the 7.5 inch tabs, and I considered um, doing what is called. I'm trying to remember the proper name of that, where I take this here and I make small cuts and then bend it, and it would end up being like this.
Oh, like this right
Like
here.
this. See, these
Yeah.
are all individual, and then they are cut, and then at the other side there's a piece of felt,
Ah.
and that felt between that is what actually is holding it. So I thought about doing that. So I calculated going to the government site, OSHA site. What is the optimal viewing angle, which I calculated to be 20 degrees. So now, once I finish this, finish that, I'm going to cut another piece to put it here, like so.
Okay.
That piece is going to dictate when it sits. It's actually like this.
Ah,
It's
so when
going
it
to
goes against the
dictate. It
wall
goes against the wall,
and drops
and
it
it's going to
down.
drop it down to 20 degrees.
Ah.
When I'm
Okay.
sitting there, and I have these guys all plopped in there. All 20 degrees is the optimal viewing angle from a straight line. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Perhaps if I staggered them, let's just for example, say I'm going to take let's say I'm going to take let's say for example this is a 10 inch, and I sit it there. So being that I have a number of these, I could, instead of putting them next to each other, I could space them out so that
Why would you want to do that?
so I can have both the 10-inch pads and the 7-inch pads.
Ah. Okay.
So if I have a 10-inch pad here, then I'll leave this blank here, or maybe even put some yet another one of these, so I can put a phone there.
Okay.
So I have 4 of the 10-inch pads. So I will go 1, 2. I would have to go on with the measurement. Say for example, this would be another pad, a phone here, a pad here, a 7-inch pad. So it would take this much space to do the whole thing.
Okay.
So by doing that, I'll be able to just take these and bring them over here. Over here I have
Velcro.
the Velcro, which I'm gonna change to those, because obviously if I have these here instead, then I usually only fit 2 7-inch pads here, which what I'm doing here is I'm probably gonna cut it down so I have less area there, and just sit these guys like this. Now more centered. In the case of these pads,
So why do you have so many of these pads?
what do you mean? Why do I have them?
I mean, you have a whole lot of tablets. How did you acquire such tablets?
Oh, how do I acquire them? They fall from the sky.
That's awesome. No, what is your why do you use so many tablets?
They all have an individual use, and they all different ages, and that's what dictates why. For example, this one, we found it in Walmart. It was on sale. I needed a one to replace a Chinese high pad. There were two original Chinese high pads, and they died. This one replaced them. That one, Tracy gave us this one.
Thank you, Tracy.
This one still works, but of course it doesn't go on a net or anything like that. But I mean, doesn't go.
It's not broadband. Yeah.
It's locked. So it's locked to
Wi-Fi.
To Verizon.
So we only use it on Wi-Fi.
So we only use it on Wi-Fi, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But because I walk around with a personal area network. Any Wi-Fi capable device gets on the net.
And if anyone's watching this and has an idea of how we can make our Surface not be so slow in the sock, because we just got a refurb, it's only got 2 gigs of RAM, which I'm pretty sure is a problem. But if you have a way to make it go faster and not freeze up on websites, please put it in the comments, because it's really annoying us. Right? So I guess next we'll show when we're deploying it. Okay, here we are. We have gotten a significant amount of this done. As you can see, we have it all labeled with what device goes where. It is now drying. We have adhesive on here because we have these hinges that we installed that create a little pocket inside so we can stow all the power sources so they don't hang out and be unobtrusive and unattractive. So what we're going to do is finish this up, and then we're going to put it up on the wall. We're going to need to go in at a 45-degree angle opposite of the angle of the device. We're going to have to countersink it so that it's not sticking out, screws not sticking out. We're going to use a Forstner bit to do that. And then when it's on there, it's going to form a sort of arch because of the angle we're going to do it, so it'll be really strong and it won't come down. This is the first step in a sort of wainscoting theme that we're going to do around the edge of that lab. We're going to have below this some cork boards and some white boards that we're going to have mixed in to make the space more efficient and use the walls as efficiently as possible. I'm going to say efficient again. So we will be back when we finish this when it's done drying.
Okay, I'm going to be quick about this one because it stinks like hell in here. Okay, so I have here all of this is I got plastic filler. I did a rush job because I set the mixture too high with the activator, with too much activator, so it just dried up in about 5 minutes. So now I have to reduce all of these peaks and valleys, sand it down, and then we're gonna be painting it. We had to work all of these corners that we 3D printed. We had to rework them, remeasure them. Each one of the tablets, they have their own spot because they all have their own different sizes. So anyway, let me sand it down, and after sanding, I'm gonna paint it.
Okay, so here we are. This is almost complete. We had to add more plastic filler because we saw the flaws after it dried. So all that's left right now is to sand it paint it, and mount it, and it is good to go. We thought we were going to be done yesterday, but unfortunately we found flaws and we needed to fill it some more. So you slide the tablets in these, and then they go up on the wall.
We finished the painting face. We mounted the mounts here. As you can see, each one of them is labeled for the appropriate machine. We added a small EL strip in the back, on the bottom that is. The EL tape allows it to kind of give us a little bit of lighting underneath. Here we go. So now it's ready to be mounted onto the wall. And so we have it installed. Here we go. It just sits there. I'm able to access all of them. They have the respective powers. Everything is there's the storage cabinet in the back has the wires for all of it. Here we go. So I say that this was a successful project. It actually looks a lot better than I'm looking at through the screen. I don't know why. There's an EL strip underneath, as you can see. So maybe it's the lighting. I'm pretty sure it is the lighting, but it looks very together. Let's pan back and see. And there. So I think we did it.
It's done. Woo!
Okay, that is done. That was the source of many frustrations. However, at the end of it, that's all it counts. So, on to the next mission. There's nothing but the next mission.